Namaskar kids, I am your friend Partho from the Vedic IQ, here to share another marvelous story from Panchatantra. In the last video, we started the story of the birds and the sea. Let us have a quick recap. The female pheasant needed a nest to lay her eggs. The male pheasant said that he can make the nest along the seashore. The female birdie thought that it was a bad idea to make the nest along the seashore. Kids, can you tell me why the female pheasant thought so? Is it because A. She did not like the view of the sea, B. She was afraid that the high tides of the sea might take away the eggs, or C. The sand on the beach was hot during the day? Take your time and choose your answer. Done! The correct answer is B. The female birdie was afraid of the high tides of the sea. Speaking of the high tides, kids, can you tell me why do the high tides occur in the sea? Is it A. Because of the strong wind, B. Because of the sudden increase in the amount of water in the sea, or C. Because of the moon's gravitational pull? It is an interesting question, kids. So, take your time and choose your answer. Kids, the correct answer is C. Tides happen because of the moon's gravitational pull on the water of the sea. When the moon is close, it pulls the water and causes high tide. When it is far, the water goes back and we get low tide. It is like the moon plays with the water. Interesting, isn't it? Anyway, the male pheasant was arrogant and thought that they did not need to fear the sea. He said that he was the mightiest. To teach her husband a lesson, the female bird told the story of the foolish turtle. So, today's story is going to be about the foolish turtle. Are you ready, kids? Alright, here we go. In a sparkling forest, ringed by whispering reeds, there lived a turtle. His name was Kambugri. He spent his days drifting through the shimmering waters, surfacing occasionally to bask on a mossy log. His only friends were two elegant swan brothers named Sankat and Vikat. The swans nested on the lake shore. The turtle and the swans spent their lives happily. But after years of bliss, a mighty disaster struck the lake. A terrible drought seized the land. The earth was baked and the lake was dry. Soon, the turtle Kambugri's home was shrunk to a muddy puddle with only days of water left. One morning, the swans went to the turtle and said in a sad tone, "Dear friend, we must fly north to find a new home. We will have to leave this lake. We are sorry. Goodbye." Kambugri felt a stab of panic. His heart pounded in his plated chest. "Don't leave me here to die," he implored. "If you care for me at all, please find a way to take me to." But how was that possible? The turtle could not fly. He thought fast and said, "Well, I have an idea. Bring me a long, straight stick." The swans quickly brought a stick in their beaks. The turtle said, "I want that each of you take one end of the stick in your beak. I will grab the middle of the stick. If you beat your wings evenly, I believe you can carry me between you." The swans were doubtful. "But friend, what if you open your mouth to speak during the long journey? You will surely plunge down and be dashed to pieces. We advise you to kindly keep quiet during the long journey." And then the turtle swore, "From this moment on, I pledge to be silent until we reach our new home." Convinced, Sankat and Vikat took their places. With a great flapping commotion, they ascended to the clouds. And the turtle swung dangerously between them. They flew over mountains, rivers, and valleys. Just when they were flying over a village, on the ground below, people shouted and pointed at the bizarre sight. "Oh, look at that! The birds are carrying something weird. What is it? Is it a log? A pony? What could it be?" They shouted in astonishment. The turtle heard the commotion on the ground. He was so curious to know what was happening beneath. In spite of being warned to keep quiet, it was being very difficult for him to restrain himself. He felt an urge to speak, to ask what was happening below on the ground. But as soon as he opened his mouth to speak, guess what happened? He lost his grip on the stick. The swans watched helplessly as the turtle plummeted down with a cry. He smashed into a big rock and died at once. All that remained was a sad pile of broken fragments. A grim warning to those who speak before thinking. Let Kambugrief's doom be a lesson in the perils of talkativeness. Alright kids, tell me, what should the turtle have done when he heard the commotion? A. He should have kept gripping the stick and controlling his curiosity. Or B. He did the right thing to know what was happening down there. Kids, after knowing what happened to the turtle when he ignored the warnings of the swan to keep quiet, I think we all agree that he should have kept quiet to save himself. So, the correct answer would be A. This was the story of the foolish turtle as told by the female pheasant to her husband. To further explain her point, she also told the story of the three fish. We will explore this story in our next video. Till then kids, remember, curiosity is very important. It is the basis of our evolution, inventions and discoveries. And that's what makes us different too. But remember, curiosity can often put us in difficult situations. And thus, it is advised to keep a check on our curiosity at times when it may put us in danger. See you little friends. Namaskar.